I didn't rent this house to relax. I rented it because something inside me was already breaking. The photos online showed sunlight, calm water, clean white walls. Nothing warned me about how it would feel to arrive. The moment I stepped onto the porch, the air tightened, like the house had been holding its breath. I paused with my hand on the door, suddenly unsure who was supposed to enter first. Because the silence inside didn't feel empty. It felt occupied. And before I even unlocked the door, I had the strange thought that I was late. The door opened smoothly, almost politely, like it had practiced this moment. The house smelled clean, warm, familiar, the way memories smell when you miss someone. I stood in the entryway longer than necessary, waiting for something to acknowledge me. Nothing moved. But the quiet shifted, subtly rearranging itself around me. It wasn't watching. It was listening. That's when I realized this wasn't a place people left behind. It was a place someone never finished leaving. The living room was perfectly arranged, like a photograph frozen mid-conversation. Pillows fluffed. Coffee table wiped. Nothing out of place, except the feeling. I walked past the couch and felt a faint warmth. As if someone had just stood up. I told myself it was sunlight from the window. I didn't check. When I set my bag down, the floor creaked softly, not old, but careful. Like the house was trying not to startle me. I laughed under my breath, the kind of laugh meant to convince yourself. The sound came back to me a moment later, slower, lower. Not an echo. A response. I stopped smiling. The house seemed to notice. The air softened again, as if apologizing. That was my first mistake, assuming this place understood emotion. The bedroom was warmer than the rest of the house. Not cozy warm. Human warm. The bed was neatly made, except for one side. That side was slightly indented, like it had been waiting too long. I sat down slowly, half expecting resistance. The mattress dipped beside me, then stilled. That night, I dreamed of conversations that never finished. Apologies that arrived too late. Doors that closed gently, but permanently. When I woke up, the house was breathing. Not loudly. Not alive. Just in sync with me. I told myself I was projecting. That loneliness can make architecture feel personal. Then the walls whispered something I recognized. I didn't mean it. The words weren't loud. They weren't meant for me. They were old. Another whisper followed, closer this time. Please don't go. The house wasn't replaying sounds. It was remembering. That's when it clicked. This wasn't a haunted house. It was a grieving one. When the front door locked itself, I froze. Not because I felt trapped. Because the air felt scared. Like the house had been abandoned mid-sentence before. And couldn't survive being left again. I stepped away from the door. The pressure eased instantly. The light steadied. The house relaxed. It wasn't trying to keep me. It was asking me to stay. And somehow, I understood why. I spoke out loud for the first time. Not bravely. Not loudly. I told it I knew what waiting felt like. What replaying memories felt like. What hoping someone would come back felt like. The wall stopped whispering. The house grew still. A crack in the ceiling slowly sealed itself. The air warmed again. "I won't leave," I said quietly. Not as a promise. As mercy. Morning arrived softly. The house felt lighter. Peaceful. Outside, the lake was gone. The road was gone. Just fog, stretching endlessly. Inside, I set the table without thinking. 2 plates. 2 cups. The house didn't feel lonely anymore. It felt complete. I rented a vacation home. It was haunted by a broken heart.